The whisper in the Haveli. Imagine locking your door at night, certain you're alone, only to hear a faint whisper call your name from the other side. That's how it started for Arjun, a 28-year-old software engineer from Jaipur in the summer of 2023. He just moved into an old Haveli turned apartment, drawn by its cheap rent and crumbling Rajasthani charm. The place was a maze of arched doorways, faded frescoes, and shadowed corners that seemed to swallow light. Arjun didn't believe in ghosts. Code and logic were his world, but something about the Haveli felt wrong. It was his third night when he first heard it. A soft scrape, like sandalwood dragging across stone, echoing from the hallway. He froze in bed, the ceiling fan's hum suddenly too loud, his heart thudding against his ribs. The air smelled faintly of jasmine, though he owned no flowers. He told himself it was the pipes, or maybe the stray dogs outside. But sleep didn't come easy. The next morning, the hallway mirror caught his eye. It was an antique, its frame carved with peacocks, but the glass seemed off, like it held a shadow that didn't match his reflection. He blinked, and the shadow flickered, a silhouette of someone standing just behind him. He spun around, pulse racing, but the hallway was empty, dust motes drifting in a slant of sunlight. Overworked, he muttered, laughing it off, though his voice sounded thin. That night, the scraping returned, sharper, closer, like nails clawing at the floorboards under his bed. He lay still, eyes wide, the darkness pressing against him like a living thing. The jasmine scent was back, cloying now, mixed with something sour, like damp earth after rain. Then came the whisper. His name, Arjun, soft as a sigh, but clear as if spoken against his ear. He bolted upright, fumbling for his phone, its light casting jagged shadows on the walls. Nothing. Just the fan's lazy spin and his own ragged breathing. He didn't sleep. By dawn, his eyes burned, and the Haveli felt less like a home and more like a trap. He called his friend Priya, who laughed but agreed to visit. "Old houses creak, bhai," she said, sipping chai in his courtyard. But her smile faded when she saw the mirror, its glass rippling faintly, like water disturbed by an unseen hand. "Did you see that?" she whispered, her bangles clinking as she backed away. That evening they stayed up, half joking about ghosts, half watching the hallway. The air grew heavy, the kind of stillness that smothers sound. Around midnight, the lights flickered, casting the room in strobe-like pulses of shadow and glare. Arjun's throat tightened. The jasmine earth smell was back, stronger, choking. Priya grabbed his arm, her nails digging in. "Do you hear that?" she hissed. He did. A low murmur, like voices overlapping, too faint to make out, coming from the mirror. They approached it, their reflections warped, stretched, as if the glass was breathing. The murmurs grew clearer, a chant in a language Arjun didn't know, yet it felt familiar, like a memory he couldn't place. His vision blurred, and for a moment he saw her. A woman in a red sari, her face veiled, standing in the mirror's depths, her hands pressed against the glass. He stumbled back, heart hammering, but Priya didn't move. She stared, transfixed, her eyes glassy, whispering, "She's calling me. Priya, snap out of it!" Arjun shouted, shaking her. She blinked, gasping, but the mirror was normal now, just their pale faces staring back. They left the Haveli that night, crashing at a hotel, but sleep brought no relief. Arjun dreamed of the woman, her veil lifting to reveal no face, just a void that screamed his name. He woke drenched in sweat, the hotel room's AC rattling like the Haveli's fan. The next day he dug into the Haveli's history. A local chaiwala, his hands stained with years of brewing, spoke in hushed tones. Years ago, a bride lived there, he said, glancing at the Haveli's gated entrance. She vanished on her wedding night. Some say she was cursed, trapped in the walls, calling for someone to free her. Arjun's stomach churned. The man's words felt like a key turning in a lock he didn't want to open. He had to go back, one last time, to grab his laptop and clothes. The Haveli was silent, the air thick with that sickly jasmine earth stench. His footsteps echoed too loud, like the house was listening. In his room, the mirror was gone. Not broken, not moved, just gone, leaving a faint outline of dust on the wall. His skin prickled. Something was behind him, He turned, and the room seemed to tilt, the walls pulsing like a heartbeat. Shadows flickered, forming shapes, hands, faces, eyes, reaching for him. Arjun! The whisper came again, not from one place but everywhere, inside his skull. He ran, heart pounding, the hallway stretching impossibly long, doors slamming shut as he passed. The courtyard was dark, the stars blotted out, and the gate wouldn't budge, its iron cold as death. He clawed at it, screaming until silenced. The gate swung open, and he stumbled into the street, gasping, the Haveli looming behind him. Arjun never returned. He moved to Delhi, changed jobs, tried to forget. But last week, Priya called, her voice trembling. She'd found an old photo of the Haveli online taken by a tourist. In the courtyard, clear as day, was a figure in a red sari, her face blurred, standing where Arjun had stood that night. And on Priya's doorstep yesterday, left with no note, was a small cracked mirror, its frame carved with peacocks. What would you do if you heard your name whispered in the dark? Would you turn around or run?